Welcome to 6th module. In this module also I am going to continue with Mathematics 2 Similarity chapter, but this is end, that is problem set 1. Now as it is problem set 1 means it will consist examples right from starting what we studied till last exercise. Whatever we have studied, the examples in the problem set will be based on all these things. Okay, so solving of example, I will solve it on paper. So let's go for solving. So we have come on paper to solve problem set number 1. Okay, question number 1 is MCQ question. You are going to solve on your own. So let's begin with question number 2. In triangle ABC, D lies in between B and C, and BD is given as 7, BC is given as 20. Then find the following ratios and see how the ratios are been given. Area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ADC. Then area of triangle again ABD upon ABC. So after looking at these things, we come to know that somewhere DC is also important. Why? Because ADC, this triangle, is also given to us, and it becomes easy for us to find DC because BC is given and BD is given. Okay, so what will be DC? It will be BC minus BD. So let's write down this first with respect to what is given to us. Okay, so first thing is given BD is equals to 7, BC is equals to 20. This is given to us. Okay. Now, what is BC? That is nothing but BD plus DC. Okay. So, let us substitute. This is 20, BD is 7 plus DC. So, what will be DC? DC will be 20 minus 7, that is 13. So what is DC? It is 13. Now look at the triangles that ratio of their areas are been asked. See, one is triangle ABD, this triangle ABD. Okay. One is triangle ADC. See, ADC. And the third one is ABC, triangle ABC. Now, if I see this, they all have one height. They all have common height. Okay. So, in the beginning of this chapter, we have already studied that if their heights are common, then their ratio of their areas is equal to their corresponding bases. So, we will write that these triangles have same height. Okay. Therefore, ratio of their areas will be equal to their corresponding bases. So let's write down the first one that we are supposed to find, that is area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ADC. Okay. So now what is the base for ABD? ABD base is BD upon for ADC base is DC. Okay. Now we have already found DC. So we'll just substitute. BD is given to us, that is 7. DC is 13. So this is your answer for the first one. I'll just write down my left hand side 2 so that I conclude here for the first one that I have found the answer for this. Okay. Now second one. Ratio given is area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ABC. So for ABD, what is base? BD upon ABC triangle, base is BC. Let us substitute. Left hand side will remain as it is. ABD upon area of triangle ABC. This is BD is 7, BC is 20. Can I get this into smallest form? No. Fine. Then I will go for the third one. Third one is area of triangle ADC upon area of triangle ABC. This is what it is asked. So for ADC, what is the base? DC. And for ABC, base is BC. Okay. Now I will continue here because I don't have place down. But do remember, students, that no two equal to sign will come in one line. Okay. When you are writing answers, don't write like this. You are supposed to solve one below other. Okay. I will write here because I am just explaining it to you and I don't have place here. So DC is 13 and BC is 20. Okay. So that's my answer. You will write answer below whatever is been asked according to it. Okay. So problem set question number 4. Third one is very easy and I am sure if you have understood till here, you will be able to solve third one. Okay. So we'll solve fourth example. In the figure, angle ABC is equal to angle DCB and both are 90 degree. This is given to us. AB is given as 6 and DC is given as 8. You are supposed to find ratio of area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle DCB. Okay. Now what can you see here? BC side is common in both the triangles ABC and DCB. It means that they are having common base. So naturally this ratio will be equal to their corresponding height. Okay. So let us write down this. Triangle ABC and triangle DCB have same base BC. So areas of triangles with same base are proportional to their corresponding heights. Okay. Now this time I have written a big reason. So therefore we'll write the ratio area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle DCB will be equal to, what is the height for triangle ABC? It is AB upon height of triangle DCB is DC. Okay. Let us substitute the value. This is given as 6 upon 8. Can I reduce it to its smallest form? Yes. That is 3 upon 4. Right. So this is my answer. I will complete my left hand side so that I can show that I have concluded here and I have got the answer. This is what it is expected. Fifth example, just as we have done fourth example, it is same. So we'll do it. we'll first see what areas and ratio we need. Okay, so area of triangle PQS, this is one triangle we require, and the second one is area of triangle QRS, this is one. Now again, if we see, QS is the base which is common in both the triangles PQS and QRS. Okay, so QS is the base which is common in both the triangles. So naturally, if I take their ratio, that should be equal to their heights. And see here, one height is given, you are supposed to find another height NR. Okay, so we are on the right track. Let us write down that in this triangle PQS and triangle QRS have same base, that is QS. Okay, now again, areas of triangle with same base are proportional, they are proportional to their corresponding heights. Okay, so this is the reason I am writing it first itself. Now I will take the ratio of their areas. Area of triangle PQS upon area of triangle QRS will be equal to, now they have got common base, so will be equal to their height. So for triangle PQS, what is the height? PM. So this is PM upon QRS, height is NR. Okay, so let us substitute the values. What is given to us for this area of triangle PQS? It is 100 upon, for QRS it is 110, equal to PM is 10 and NR is what you are supposed to find. So I will take NR onto one side and remaining all the numbers onto other side. So 10 into 110 upon 100. So if I calculate this, zeros get cancelled and I am left with NR is equals to 11. Since units are given, this will be centimeter. Okay, that's your answer. Okay, so we'll see sixth example. What is given? Triangle MTN is similar to triangle QRS. Length of altitude drawn from point T is 5 and length of altitude drawn from point S is 9. Find the ratio. Okay, so we'll draw a diagram for our better understanding for these things. Okay, so let first triangle be MTN. Okay, I am drawing free hand, but children, you all are not supposed to draw free hand diagrams. You all are supposed to make use of ruler and pencil. Okay, every time you draw a diagram, make use of ruler and pencil. So this is one triangle MTN and secondary triangle is QRS. So QRS. Okay, now what is given? The length of altitude drawn from point T is 5. Okay, from point T means from here. So I will draw altitude which is perpendicular from one vertex to opposite side. This is perpendicular. Okay, so this is 5. Let us name it as X. And length of altitude drawn from point S. So altitude is here from S. This is 90 degree. This is 9. So let this be Y. Okay. What are we supposed to find? This ratio. MNT and QRS. Okay. Now we will have to first mention what is our altitude. So let us write down. Let the altitude of triangle MNT drawn from T be Tx. Okay, and that that of triangle QRS drawn from SB SY. Okay, and how are they? Both are such that, I'll write respectively afterwards, such that x lies in between M and N and y lies in between Q and R. I'll write here respectively because I am talking for two triangles. Okay, respectively. Now what is given to us is that Tx is 5. Okay, and Sy is 9. This is given to us. What else is given to us? That triangle MNT is similar to triangle QRS. This is given. Okay, now this is given to us. Now if this is given to us, can I write like this, that angle M is congruent to angle Q? Why? Because they are corresponding angles of similar triangles. I am using short forms. You all are not supposed to use. Okay. Now let me consider the triangles in this. Like if I consider in triangle MXT, see this, MXT and triangle QYS. Okay. Now in this triangle I can directly write angle M is congruent to angle Q. Why? Because previous step I have done this. So I am going to use this step again here. So let this step be 1. Okay. So that I can write here reason that I am taking this from step 1. Okay. Now see this angle. This is perpendicular. So they are 90 degree. So angle MXT is equal to or congruent to angle QYS. Why? Because both measure 90 degree. Okay. Now I have got two angles to be congruent. Therefore I can say that triangle MXT is similar to triangle QYS by AA test of similarity. Okay, this much is done. Now if they are similar, I can take ratio of their corresponding sides. So I will take, say, TM upon, see, TM will be upon SQ is equal to TX, see, TX upon SY. Why I have taken this? Because these values are given. Okay, Tx is given and Sy is given. So I have taken this. I can show that this is also equal to the same thing. Okay, means what? Tm upon Sq is equal to, I will substitute the values. It is nothing but 5 upon 9. Okay. Now, triangle MNT is similar to triangle QRS. This is given to us. Now, if they are similar, we have studied theorem of areas of similar triangle. What it is equal to? Squares of their corresponding sides. Okay, squares of ratios of their corresponding sides. So let us write down that area of triangle MNT upon area of triangle QRS is equal to squares of their corresponding sides. So this is the corresponding side I require, that is TM square upon SQ square. So I am taking it from here. So let this be my step 2. Okay, and I am going to substitute that values here. What will be the reason here? It is nothing but theorem of areas of similar triangles. Okay, that is the reason. Now if it is so, I will substitute the values. Okay, let us see. I'll have to write the reason. I'll write it once again here. Area of triangle MNT upon area of triangle QRS is equal to, now instead of TM upon SQ, I'll write 5 square upon 9 square. So what is this? Square is nothing but 25 upon, what is 9 square? It is 81. And this is what my answer is. They have asked this ratio, right? Triangle MNT upon area of triangle QRS. You must be thinking why I went so long. Now you must have understood. Because I wanted the value for this thing. Because I wanted to substitute here. Okay. Go through the example. This is what it was expected. So here we'll solve 7th example from problem set 1. Okay. So in the figure, D lies in between A and C, and E lies in between B and C. Segment DE is parallel to side AB. If this measurements are given, see AD is 5, DC is 3, BC is 6.4, then find BE. So suppose we consider BE as X, what will be EC? It is 6.4 minus X. Why? Because BC is given as 6.4. Okay. So as you can see, this DE is parallel to AB. This is given to us. So we can use basic proportionality theorem. So let us write down in triangle ABC, this is given, segment DE is parallel to side AB. This is given to us. Okay. So now by basic proportionality theorem, we can write the ratios, that is CD upon DA is equal to EC or CE upon EB or BE. Now let us substitute the values that we have got. 3 upon, what is DA? 5 is equal to CE we have considered as 6.4 minus X upon EB is X. Okay. So now let's cross multiply and see. We get 3X is equal to 5 into this whole thing. So we'll put it in bracket, 6.4 minus X. Okay. Now let's remove this bracket by multiplying 5 throughout the bracket. 3X is equals to 5 into 6.4 gives you 32 minus this will be 5X. Okay. Now all the x terms on one side. So 3x minus 5x will become plus 5x is equal to 32. Therefore 3x plus 5x becomes 8x is equal to 32. Therefore x will be 32 by 8. Okay. Therefore x is equal to 4. And what is x? Nothing but BE is equal to 4. This is what it was asked. So this is the 8th example from problem set 1, chapter similarity. In the figure, segment PA is perpendicular, segment PA, segment QB, segment RC and segment SDs. All these are perpendicular to line AD. Okay. AB is given as 60, BC is given as 70, CD is given as 80 and PS, this whole side, is given as 280. You are supposed to find PQ, QR and RS. Okay. Now as the diagram says, or as we can see here, these are perpendicular lines, means they are parallel to each other. So we can use the property of three parallel lines and their transversals. Okay. So first let us write down what has been given to us. Okay. What is given to us? That segment PA, segment QB, segment RC and segment SD are perpendicular to line AD. This is given to us. Okay. So they are parallel. Therefore segment PA will be parallel to segment QB. Again it is parallel to segment RC and again parallel to segment SD. Okay. This is true for all. Let this be step 1. Now we'll take only things that we require. We have got PS, but I'll have to take some 3 lines because we are using that property of 3 parallel lines and it's transversal. So we'll have to take some 3 lines that they are parallel and one as a transversal. So what am I taking here is segment PA. Okay, segment PA is parallel to segment, say, QB is parallel to segment, say, last one, SD. I'll take this one, PA, QB and SD. Okay, for time being I am going to forget this. So I've got 3 lines, SD, QB and PA. Okay, now here I will use that property. By property of 3 parallel lines and their transversals. Okay, now for this I'll use this property. Now I've forgotten this. Okay, so what will be the ratio that I'll be getting? It is SQ upon PQ. Okay, so I'll write down SQ upon PQ will be equal to DB upon BA. Okay, so now I will just add this PQ to SQ. Why? Because value given to me is of PS and I want PS somewhere. So I'll do it like this, SQ plus PQ upon PQ. Do you remember? Yes, componendo. I am using that property. So I'll have to do it onto my right hand side too. That is DB plus BA upon BA. Okay, this is nothing but by componendo. Okay, now after adding here SQ plus PQ. What do I get? Is PS upon PQ is equal to, same way this side, what will I get? Is AD upon BA. Okay. Why? What will be the reason? Reason will be Q lies between P and S and B lies between A and D. This will be the reason. Now let us substitute. What do I get? 280. This value has been given for PS. 280 upon PQ. Okay. Now AD. Now see, this AD is nothing but summation of DC plus CB plus BA, and their values are given separately. So instead of AD, I will write DC plus CB plus BA upon BA. Okay. Now let us substitute their values. That becomes 280 upon PQ is equal to 60, that is DC 60. DC is 80. Anyways, DC 80 plus CB. What is CB? CB given to me is 70 plus BA or AB is 60 upon BA is 60. Okay. So I have substituted the values. Let us calculate. This becomes 280 upon PQ will be equal to 0 will remain 0. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. So 210 upon 60. So I have just substituted. Now let us calculate for PQ. Therefore, PQ will be equal to 280 into 60 upon 210. Therefore, PQ should be equal to, if I calculate this, 7 4s are, 7 3s are, 3 2s are, and this becomes 80. Okay, fine. If you have not understood, calculate for yourself. Now I'll consider segment AP is parallel to segment BQ. It is parallel to segment CR. I'll calculate like this. See, now I have found PQ. I need to find QR or RQ. That's why I have taken this. This you can write from step 1. Okay. Again, by that property of 3 parallel lines and their transversals, I am again going to use this. Again, PQ upon QR. See, PQ upon QR is equal to AB upon BC. Okay. So that I can find QR. Therefore, now PQ we have searched, that is 80 upon QR is what you are supposed to find. Now AB is 60 and BC is 70. Now let us find out QR is equal to 80 into 70 upon 60. So therefore calculate and check. QR is equals to 280 upon 3. This is how you get. Okay. Now if you try to calculate this, you will get it in decimal. So I don't want in decimal. For time being, we'll keep it as it is and we'll check if we can cancel it for further calculations. Okay. Now what is PS? PS is nothing but PQ plus QR plus RS. Yes? Okay. Now let us substitute all the values. PS is 280 plus PQ is, sorry, this is equal to, not plus, equal to 80 plus QR is 280 by 3 plus RS. From here you can find RS, right? So I'll keep RS on one side is equal to, now this will be 280 minus 80. This will also get subtracted, that will be 280 upon 3. Okay, now from 280, 80 goes, what is left? RS is equal to 200 minus 280 upon 3. Now I will equalize the denominator. So what should I do? I should multiply here by 3. So RS will be equal to, if I multiply 200 by 3, I get 600 minus 280 upon 3. Okay. Now again calculations. RS is equal to, this becomes 320 upon 3. Okay. Let this be as it is. That is value of your RS. Let this be as it is. That is the value of your QR. Okay. This is what it was expected. So let us write down answer together. What was asked? PQ. PQ is equals to 80. Then QR was asked, that will be 280 by 3, and RS was asked, that is 320 by 3. That is what your solution is. So this is 9th example now from problem set 1. This is the diagram given. Let us read the question. In triangle PQR, segment PM is median. Okay. Angle bisectors of angle PMQ and PMR intersect side PQ and side PR in points X and Y respectively. Prove that XY is parallel to QR. Okay. So this is activity. We are supposed to complete the proof by filling the boxes. Let us see how to fill it. Proof. In triangle PMQ, see PMQ, this is the triangle. Ray MX is bisector of angle PMQ. So we have to fill in the ratios in these boxes. Reason is theorem of angle bisector. So remember the theorem, recall it, and will fill in the boxes. So what will be it? PM upon MQ is equal to PX upon XQ. Yes. So let us write down. This will be PM upon MQ is equal to PX upon XQ. Okay. Same way in this triangle PMR. Again, ray MY is the bisector of angle PMR. Again the same way they have used theorem of angle bisector. So now it will be PM upon MR is equal to PY upon YR. But PM upon MQ is equal to PM upon MR. Why? Because M is the midpoint. Because this is given as median. If this is median means it joins the midpoint. Means QM is equal to MR. That's why from this we can say that MQ is equal to MR. Therefore, PX upon XQ from the first step is equal to PY upon YR, and XY is parallel to QR. That is converse of basic proportionality theorem. So next example, 10th one. In the figure, bisectors of angle B and angle C of triangle ABC intersect each other in point X. Line AX intersect side BC in point Y. AB is given as 5, AC is given as 4, BC is given as 6. What are you supposed to find is AX upon XY. To get this, we will make use of angle bisectors because it is given to us. So let us write down in triangle ABY. Okay, ABY. I am considering this triangle because BX is given as bisector. So let us write down ray BX bisects angle B. This is given to us. Okay. So let us write down the ratio because of angle bisector theorem. AB upon BY is equal to AX upon XY. What will be the reason? By angle bisector theorem. Okay, let this be your step 1. Now let us consider the second triangle, that is in triangle ACY. ACY. Again, ray CX bisects angle C. This is given to us. So again, let us write down the ratio. AC upon CY is equal to AX upon XY by angle bisector theorem. Okay, let this be your step 2. Now from 1 and from 2 I can write like this: AB upon BY is equal to AC upon CY is equal to AX upon XY. Write down the reason from 1 and 2. Okay. Now let us substitute the values. AB is 5 upon BY is equal to AC is 4 upon CY is equal to AX upon XY. Okay. Now in 9th standard you have studied theorem on equal ratios. You remember? Yes. So I am going to make use of that theorem over here by theorem on equal ratios. I am going to make use of it, and how am I going to write this? 5 plus 4 upon BY plus CY is equal to AX upon XY. Why? So that I can get BC over here. Okay. So now this addition will give me 5 plus 4 is 9 upon BY plus CY gives me BC is equal to AX upon XY. Okay. So let us see the calculations on the next page. Now BC is given to us, that will become 9 upon 6 is equal to AX upon XY. Right? So you got the ratio. Can I reduce this to its smallest form? Yes. This will become 3 upon 2 is equal to AX upon XY. What was asked? This was only asked. Okay. So this is your answer. Okay, let us see 11th example from problem set 1. In quadrilateral ABCD, segment AD is parallel to segment BC. Diagonal AC and diagonal BD intersect each other in point P. Then show that AP upon PD is equals to PC upon BP. Okay, this is what you all are supposed to show. See what are you supposed to show and which triangles are you going to consider. See, we are supposed to show AP upon PD is equal to PC upon BP. So which triangles do we consider? Triangle ADP or APD, whatever it is, and triangle CPB or CBP. Okay, these two triangles we are going to consider. Now to show some ratio of the sides of the triangle, you need to show that the triangles are similar to each other by any one test that we have studied for similarity. So we will proceed to show that these two triangles are similar to each other first, and then we will take the ratio. So how do we start? We start with what is given to us. Okay, what is given to us? Segment AD is parallel to segment BC. This is given to us. Okay, now we'll consider, this is given. Now if it is parallel, we'll consider a segment or diagonal BD as transversal. Okay, so diagonal BD is transversal. This is very easy because if we consider between parallel lines one transversal, we can make use of any test with respect to corresponding angles, alternate angles, and so on. Okay, so we'll make use of it. Now what do we see here is this angle, that is angle ADP, and angle this PBC. They are alternate angles, right? So let us write down that angle ADP is congruent to angle CBP. Why? Because they form pair of alternate angles. Therefore, they are congruent. Let this be your step 1. We are going to make use of it. Now, we are going to consider our two triangles. That is, in triangle ADP and triangle CBP. In these two triangles, what we decided? From one, we can write directly that these angles are congruent to each other. I am just writing my first step. So from 1, angle ADP is congruent to angle CBP. From 1. Now see this angle. They are also congruent. Why? Because they form pair of vertically opposite angles. So angle APD is congruent to angle CPB. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so we have got two angles we have got pair of angles to be congruent, right? So therefore we can directly write that triangle ADP is similar to triangle CBP by AA test of similarity. Okay, now if they are similar, we can write the ratio, right? So let us write down the ratio. AP upon CP is equal to, say, DP upon BP. Okay. So AP upon CP is equals to DP upon BP. I have taken this because this is what it is expected. Now I am going to write here reason, that is corresponding sides of similar triangles. Okay, I have used short form. You all are not supposed to use. Okay, fine. Now this is what it is not asked. What is asked? It is AP upon PD or DP is equals to PC or CP upon BP. Means my DP should be here and CP should be here. So yes, I can use alternando. I hope you remember this. If I have to change, I will write like this. AP upon DP is equals to CP upon BP. And what will be the reason? By alternando. I hope you remember what you studied in 9th standard. We are making use of it. Okay, and this is what it was expected. This is the proof. Okay, so we'll solve 12th example. Again, it's an activity. So in figure, XY is parallel to AC. This is given. If 2 times AX is equal to 3 times BX and XY is given as 9, complete the activity to find the value of AC. You are supposed to find AC. Okay, so the activity begins with what is given. 2AX is equals to 3BX. Therefore, AX upon BX will be equal to what? 3 upon 2. Okay, now they have used componendo. That is AX plus BX is upon BX. Okay, so this side it will become 3 plus 2 upon 2. What is that? 3 plus 2 is 5 upon 2. Right? So now, these two triangles BCA is similar to triangle BYX. How? Naturally, AA test. AA test of similarity. Okay, common angle. Then they are parallel, means corresponding angles. So again, understand for yourself now that this kind of two triangles are similar to each other by AA test. Okay. Now they have written the corresponding sides of similar triangles. That is BA upon BX is equals to AC upon XY. Okay. They have written it like this. So now, okay. So we'll substitute the values. BA upon BX is from 1. See here, I can see that is 5 upon 2. So 5 upon 2, and XY was given as 9. So let us substitute that, and they have not shown your calculations. You are also going to do it like this. Cross multiply 5 into 9 upon 2. So what will be your answer? Somewhere around 22.5. Okay. So we are solving last example from problem set 1. In figure, the vertices of square DEFG are on the sides of triangle ABC. Angle A is 90 degree. This is given as 90 degree. Okay. Then prove that DE square is equals to BD into EC. Now they have given one hint that you have to show that triangle GBD, see where it is, GBD is similar to triangle CFE. Okay, this triangle is similar to this triangle. Use that GD is equal to FE is equal to DE. Okay, you are supposed to use this. So let us make use of it. First, let us write down what is given to us. It is given that quadrilateral DEFG is square. Okay, and if it is square, all its sides are equal. That is, DE is equal to EF is equal to GF is equal to GD. Yes, because they are sides of square. Okay. Now, I also know that angle GDE is equal to angle DEF is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because they are angles of a square. You all know that measures of all angles of a square is 90 degree. So they are 90 degree. Also, we know that segment GD, see this, segment GD is perpendicular to segment BC, right? And segment EF is also perpendicular to segment BC. Yes, this is what we can see here. Now let us consider two triangles. One is BAC and triangle BDG. Okay, in triangle BAC and triangle BDG, these two triangles, angle BAC is congruent to angle BDG. Why? Because both measure 90 degree. Right? Both measures 90 degree. And angle ABC is congruent to angle DBG. Why? Because this common angle. This is common angle, right? Therefore, triangle BAC is similar to triangle BDG by AA test of similarity. AA test of similarity. Okay? You have understood this? Therefore, we can show that in the same way, similarly, we can show that, okay, similarly we can show that triangle BAC is similar to triangle FEC. Okay, so we can show it like this. Let this be my, okay, I'll require this again and again. Let this sides of the square be, let this be my first step, because this is what I'll require afterwards. Then AA test of similarity, let this be my second step, and let this be my third step. Okay, I'll be using it now. Therefore, I can write triangle BDG is similar to triangle FEC, and from 2 and 3. I hope you are getting me. See, first what I did is, this bigger triangle ABC, I have shown it similar to BDG, this triangle. Okay, then I have written here, similarly we can show that this triangle ABC is similar to this smaller triangle, this side smaller triangle. Okay, now using the transitivity, I have shown that this triangle is similar to this triangle. BDG is similar to FEC. Okay, yes. Now I can write the ratio that I need, that is BD upon EF or FE is equal to GD upon EC or CE. Right? Reason will be corresponding sides of similar triangles. Okay, now this is what I wanted. Right? Now see here, from 1, my first step says that instead of any one side which I want, see what I want to show is DE. Yes, DE square, I want DE. So instead of EF, suppose I put DE, and instead of GD also, if I put DE, the next two sides is what I want to show, BD into CE. Yes, so what I'll do is, in BD I'll keep it as it is. Instead of EF, I will write DE is equal to, instead of GD, what I'll write is DE upon CE. This is from 1. Right? Now I'll cross multiply. This will become DE square is equal to BD into CE. This was supposed to be proved, and so this changes I have made it here. Okay, so this was the last example from problem set 1. We have ended with our chapter number 1. Okay, for your unit examination probably there will be 2 chapters, and the second chapter will be construction. Okay, so we'll be seeing construction chapter very soon. Till that time, I hope that students, you all are practicing examples for this chapter similarity. Go through it. It has got weightage after circle chapter. Okay, this has got weightage in the board examination paper. So stay at home, stay safe, keep learning, enjoy learning. Thank you.